you think that happens to a man every fucking time?
Hell
Never.
no,
Like,
dude.
that's just a
Yeah.
small example.
Dude. We're
That
about
is
to get
just a
splashed
very
by
minute,
water.
extreme
So
example, but you get my
yeah,
point.
no. Even though it's extreme, I want to say something on that. I was a
Mm-hmm.
part owner for a bar for about the last
Mm-hmm.
3 years. We closed the bar because we
Mm-hmm.
just weren't making the money. But like you said,
Yeah.
MD, it's one of those things to where one of my security guards was a female, and she was
Mm-hmm.
hot. We talked all the time. We went out and had lunch and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. And it's like I did my best to be the best man for her, but because she
Mm-hmm.
had a I guess like a theory of what she wanted and I didn't meet it, why didn't you just say that? You sat there and let me spend money on you,
Mm-hmm.
but you didn't tell me I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
enough. So now I have to sit there, 2 years later and be like, "Oh, damn, I wasn't enough. Did I do something wrong?" And it's like you have to let that go, and that's the problem with men because we think I can call Complex and say, "Hey, man, I'm having a rough day," but if I
Mm-hmm.
call him and tell him I'm having a rough day, I feel like personally I'm giving him all my issues. I'm putting more on his plate than he needs to handle. And it's like I know Complex is not going to sit there and say that, but that's why men don't call other men to say, "Hey man, I'm having a bad day, I need to talk." Because we're
Mm-hmm.
shown and we're taught that it's not okay to cry. It's not
Yeah,
okay
makes
to
us
have
look weak.
feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I know, man. Like, I don't have a great relationship with my parents either, and it's not like I go out of my way to call my dad and like just speak on shit like this either. Like, fucking, my dad and my mom divorced after having 4 kids, and my dad moved pretty much just said, "Okay, I'm moving on," and then had 3 more, and he lives fucking in California, and I live here in Oklahoma. Like,
Yeah.
I have my own resentments and stuff and issues, but I don't feel like I have someone I could rely on and talk about shit like that. Typically, I'll be honest, I just keep that shit to myself. That's for that very reason, because I feel that it makes me weak if I bring it up. And honestly, I
Mm-hmm.
don't think my thoughts really matter in the end anyway, if that makes any sense. But that's just me personally because I'm an introvert. So.
No, no, I
Oh
hear
yeah.
you. I hear you. And
Mm-hmm.
I know you guys are listening to me, and if you hear a little bit of sniffle and stuff, like I might cry about it a little bit, but my dad and my mom both chose drugs over their children. And like now that I'm an adult and they've told me the stories,
Mm-hmm.
it hurts, but it's also one of those things where like I had to learn crying is okay. I had to
Mm-hmm.
learn that emotion is okay. And like I said, I might sound emotional and I'm going to do my best to finish this freaking statement, but like it's one of those things where like people like Toxic, I've known Toxic for damn near 10 years. I know she's a female, but if I text her and I say I'm having a bad day, she's going to call me. She's going to try to figure out what it is that made me not feel good enough. But as men,
Mm-hmm.
we're doing it now, which, kudos to both of you for doing that. But as men, we don't have that space. We don't have the
Mm-hmm.
time to sit there and say, "I don't feel good today." Because if you say it to
Mm-hmm.
somebody, they're going to sit there and they're going to berate you. They're going to belittle you. They're going to make you feel like a piece of shit. And it's like, I'm not a piece of
Mm-hmm.
shit. I'm just having a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something about it. Like, I've
Right.
had that moment too, where I wanted to say something I knew it would pretty much fall on deaf ears. Most people would just chalk it,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, it's nothing. You'll get over it."
Right. And it's like, you're going to
Like
pay your
they'll
bills. You're going to
Mm-hmm.
do what you got to do. And it's like, fuck the
Mm-hmm.
bills. How about my heart?
like they'll even say too, dude. I've heard it, dude. Like even to my face,
Mm-hmm.
dude. They be like, "Man, I ain't trying to hear all that, bro. I got my own shit." You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like that's just how
Exactly.
men are,
Mm-hmm.
dude. That's just
Mm-hmm.
how men are. Like, bro, I got my own shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, at the end of the day, everybody be like, "Man, we all got shit," and then everybody just keeps going. like,